coming in with the misfits today because I was having a crap day. And I said,
I think we all were. This is not a good day.
we're going to do the misfits.
Yesterday was my crap day. I decided I'm not going to have a crap day today.
All right. Well, I'm glad to be back. I was away last week because Typhoid Mandy over here got me sick last week. So, yeah, get away from me. I was kicking the butt. So I had bronchitis. I want to thank everybody for all the well wishes that they sent out to me. I am feeling about
Nobody sent you well
80%
wishes.
better. And I'm going to kick you right in the ass. Still got a little cough. Voice is almost 100%.
A little phlegmy there.
But a little phlegmy. But thank you, everybody, for reaching out. Ladies, I think you did a great job holding it down without me.
Bonnie was making me laugh with Shout Out City.
I was going a little crazy.
A little excessive with the shout-outs.
We had a good time. We had a really good time.
I watched, and I saw it, and a lot of shout-outs there. But thanks, everybody. We had a great time the week before with Chris Roach. He was very funny. And what else was going on? Bonnie, you went and saw Mark and the Spin Doctors.
We went to see the Spin Doctors. Mark White was a guest on this show. A political show, and we were Facebook friends, and then after we met through Knock 'Em Dead.
Okay.
And then he did the show, and so
Mark White is the bass player for the Spin Doctors.
Thank you. Yes, and he's very pro-Trump, and so am I. So we have a real connection there, and it was really cool. We were talking after the show, and I had not been to a concert I'm not talking about like. In like a bar, but
yeah.
I've not been to a concert in like 17 years.
Oh, wow.
So the
Damn.
Brooklyn Bowl, because he said, he's like, the place doesn't have a backstage and doesn't have chairs. I'm like, well, what kind of a place is this?
It's a place
because it's
where
for young
concerts.
people.
Yeah.
For young people.
That's
So
the problem.
Yeah,
Good
like I
knees.
didn't want to stand the
Bonnie
whole
was
time.
like, where do I put my walker? Damn it.
and my big giant purse.
I got my big purse full of peanuts and popcorn.
I have everything in that purse.
Shout out to fucking Taz.
Oh, I love Taz. Peaches Rodriguez is watching. Hi, Peaches.
Peaches.
we're
Peaches
starting
and I are on a
already.
show
Robin DeVito
on,
is watching.
March 19th.
Oh, nice.
Here in the little room. Dan Romano's putting on all ladies lineup. So
Ladies of
Peaches-
the evening.
She's so funny.
Yeah, so Peaches is going to headline, and then he's got a bunch of other ladies.
Peaches is a very, 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 very funny lady.
Yeah, so you guys
And she doesn't get enough recognition for how funny she really
And
is.
she-
She's
that's
extremely
bullshit.
funny.
It's bullshit.
It's
Who else?
bullshit that she's not funny? You're
No,
saying
no,
she's
it's
not funny?
It's bullshit
You hear that,
that she's
Peach?
not
You
getting
hear
her
it?
recognition.
You hear this little bitch talking shit, Peach? No, I know
I'm
what
saying
you
it's
meant.
bullshit that you're not getting the recognition
That
that
she
you
doesn't get her
deserve.
recognition. She's very funny.
Um,
No, Peter Bale's no slouch either, by the way. Just
her husband.
her husband.
For people.
Oh my
See?
God!
We got call ID now.
I got caller ID.
We got call ID
I got
now.
call ID. I know
Nice
who's
try,
calling.
guys. You need star 67 is what you want.
You're not gonna do it.
By the way, teespring.com, teespring.com is where you can get your Govs and Three's Company merch.
Three's Company Radio merch at teespring.com.
So just go and there's a little magnifying glass search button, and you could either put in Govs Radio and you'll see everything, or you put in Three's Company Radio Show and you'll see work that Taz, the residential artist, did for us. She's an artist, and she did our character.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
And
Thank you.
yeah, last night it was probably like 10 o'clock at night. I posted, can anybody put a picture of Tony Landolfi's fat head over Jim's? Because somebody had initially done a
My
Photoshop
head's not fat.
of the three, Bonnie, Jim, and I, our former co-host, on the old Three's Company, Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
Three's Company.
Yeah.
So by the time I woke up, Taz had posted Tony's head re-photoshopped.
She did a great job.
It was awesome.
We have to do something with that poster outside too.
You gotta get.
Oh yeah, and we also have a big poster we need you to come tag up
Thank you, Ted.
on Long Island.
Everybody,
I'll pay for it.
stifle. Go to teespring.com.
Stifle.
Get the merch. Spread the word. Like and share us too. The more people that see us, the better it is for us.
The better
Yes,
we'll
please
feel
share
about
the show
ourselves.
right now. If you're watching, just press the share
Start
button.
a watch party.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, do that.
There
Sounds
you go.
good.
Do whatever.
But,
Felix is talking about the pretzels. He says he sees those yummy pretzels.
Yeah, we're gonna have Ray
Oh,
on shortly.
yeah,
about
let's-
his
Your mom
pretzels.
is watching.
Hi, Mom. I'm feeling better.
Whose mom? My mom or his mom?
His mom.
My
Oh,
mom.
all right. My
It's
mom
a
might
Lon-
be watching.
Robert says it's a Landolfi sandwich. Oofa.
Oofa. I love Rob.
Yeah, and Landolfi and bronchitis. Real fucking appetizing.
Bronchitis.
Make sure to cough on the pretzels.
My
before we eat them.
phlegm is delicious.
So let's get to Felix. Let's get into it. Let's bring the dude.
That's Ray.
I know, but Felix is plugging.
Ray.
Is he on the
He's
phone
doing
right now?
star 67.
Somebody star 6-7.
Very
Let's see
good,
if it's him.
Dennis.
What
Very
does
good.
star 6-7 mean?
That means he
Dennis,
made
is
his
this
number
you?
private.
Oh, yeah, we also have a big poster.
Oh, who do we have? You're on the air.
Hello, guys.
Oh, phenomenal. What's up? How
How
are
you guys doing today?
Oh, star 67. Very good. Dennis, do you have a joke? Because we have like 2 seconds.
Dennis, hurry up. Come on. buddy.
No, you guys always forget. It's not
Dennis, I just want to
Okay.
tell you, our second guest is a DJ, so I think you'll be very interested in that.
Okay,
Stay
there
tuned.
you go. Robin DeVito wants to know if he buys a T-shirt. If they buy a T-shirt, will we autograph it? I will
Absolutely.
definitely
yeah.
autograph
Kidding?
it.
Are you
With a marker.
kidding?
One of those
Shit,
chalk-
yeah.
With some marker.
Sure.
Not
With
just
a
with our
marker.
fingers. Not just with our fingers. And
I won't use the quill and ink like I did as a child.
And the
I will
chalkboard
use
with the-
an
with the
actual
blackboard.
Sharpie.
Hey, Jeff is watching. Jeff Bosey, we
will-
saw each other last night. How you doing, Jeff?
If you buy a T-shirt, Robin, we will buy the Sharpie. Let's get
Let's
this
get Ray
guy
in
on
here.
These pretzels are getting
okay.
cold.
All right,
These
so,
pretzels are making me thirsty.
so
Go
our
ahead.
first guest is Ray Ruffino. He's the owner of Not, K-N-O-T, Not, get it? Not of This World, Pretzels. It's located diagonally next to Governor's at the Tri-County Mall.
Diagonally across the street from Governor's at the Tri-County Mall, not next to us.
Uh,
There you
right,
go.
diagonally. Mr. Ray Ruffino.
Ray!
I did call him Michael.
Welcome, welcome.
And I've met him before on Felix
Yeah,
Rosidi's
I'm
show.
I know everyone was saying, "Oh, that's such a
That-
great
Oh,
idea
that might
that you
be
guys are
finished.
gonna have a guest that's
Hello,
singing."
you're on
I'm
the
like,
air.
It's a whole show.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Who's this?
It's not Dennis.
Who is it?
Chef Felix. What's happening?
Hey!
Oh, how are you?
We were waiting for you to call in. Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
we actually asked Felix to call in because if it wasn't for Felix, I wouldn't have met Ray. And
Right.
Felix was supposed to be here, but we'll have to get him on another time.
He didn't want to catch the bronchitis.
For everyone who doesn't know Felix does a show on Gov's called Let's Eat Long Island, where he has all different restaurant owners come on, they bring their food, and then he's got Bonnie and other comedians who sit down, and everyone just laughs and talks and eats. And
That's my
plugs
kind of
the-
show.
Yeah, plugs the
I
radio,
loved doing
plugs
his
the
show.
the restaurants the whole time.
That's my kind of show. I
I
want
know.
to sit
So
and
we
eat.
You're
stole
welcome, man.
one of
No
his
problem.
guests.
Oh, we stole two. There's another one coming on.
Oh, Chocolate
the
Dick?
English guy.
Chocolate dick.
Oh, you're gonna have Sean on.
No,
Chocolate
I actually
Dick?
forgot about
Bonnie
that.
said there was
That's-
a guy who was
that's-
gonna make chocolate shaped
That
penises.
sounds like
I
a
forgot
black
about
porn
him.
star. Chocolate dick starring in
Arthur Fist.
Arthur Fist and Chocolate Dick.
Call back.
Two
Okay.
times.
Wow.
So Felix, how did you get into Gov's Radio? How did you find us?
Felix found him.
I found.
She's
well,
talking
what
to
happened was,
No,
Felix.
how did you find Gov's Radio was my question.
I was a chef. And
Oh, I thought you were talking to
Oh
Ray.
my God,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
I can't
no,
hear
no.
him. Let me just-
All right, you were a chef where?
I was a chef, and what happened was my leg got really bad. I have a really bad hip, so I went into basically retirement with that.
These are-
And I've been around in the industry. Obviously, I've been a chef for over 15 years or so, and I knew someone at Governor's Radio, and I said, "Why don't you have like a food show?" And they said, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." Then they said, "Well, it's all yours. You want to do it your way or whatever," and that's what I did. I didn't know how it was going to be. No one really knew me or anything like that. So, but it seems to be working out. We're getting a good. We tripled our audience since we started.
Nice.
Thanks to Bonnie too. Bonnie,
I love you. My headphones are broken, so I can't hear hear you. I'm kind of like listening
Well,
to Tony's.
My mission really is to get a little more poundage on Bonnie when she comes and stuff like that.
Pounded.
Pounded?
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
What?
I love going on Felix's show.
Bonnie loves getting pounded.
Is that how you have to? What you got to do to be a guest on your show?
No, you
Felix?
just have to feed
I
me.
love-
The casting
I love-
couch.
Give me drinks.
I love feeding Bonnie. It's great,
Ooh.
because she really gets into it. She's all excited about the food and everything.
That doesn't sound better.
I know this is getting very fetishized quick. Felix.
Anyway, Bonnie has experienced a lot of good stuff that we've had on.
I
especially
have.
the-
Oh my God.
The tea,
This
I
is
think
like-
the tea was our best
He's
for the beginning
fucking
of the
with
year.
us, right?
Are you fucking with us right now, Felix? Like, are you saying
What do you
this
mean?
shit on purpose so it sounds?
We do have to address
Sex?
the man that brought the pretzels, though.
Right.
Felix.
And Ray is part of the success of the show.
Yes.
He's been on about 3 or 4 times already.
Nice.
Except I
he's
stood
got-
you up
he's got-
last week.
Yeah, Ray is up. Yeah, he stood me up last week, but that's okay, Ray. We had
I
the,
feel bad.
He was tired of getting pounded.
I know, seriously.
Yeah.
You needed a break.
we had the Roman Shield pizza anyway, so don't worry about it, man. This guy brought in like a 30-inch pizza. It was
Oh,
great.
don't worry about it. We
Super
didn't even
Bowl.
miss those fucking pretzels.
What was it? A 30-inch pizza?
Yeah,
Holy
it's a
shit.
satellite pizza
Yeah.
in Bayport, and the guy makes
Yeah, I know where that place is. Yeah.
okay, yeah, they do this huge. They call it. They used to call it the Roman Shield. Now it's like the giant pizza.
He still
And,
makes that big ass pizza like that? Oh, you
They
found
still
it.
make it. They need a 24-hour advance before
How
you
big is
order
it?
it. and everything. 30-inch what?
30 inches across, circumference.
Almost
Radius.
3 feet.
All
What?
right.
What is that? You got birds in the back there? What's
feel
going
anything.
on? I hear
No,
Chuck.
it's just my phone. Don't
Ah.
worry about it.
Nice. All right. So,
No.
Anyway, so
Stop.
Ray came on my show, and he's a great guy. He's a hardworking guy. His pretzels are phenomenal. Probably the best on Long Island.
Oh, they
I'm-
are.
I'm
I
waiting-
tasted
And they're
them.
actually
beyond.
getting colder by the second.
I'm waiting to taste
They're
one, but they're
beyond.
just sitting there.
Not
Somebody,
just Long Island.
somebody needs to give me a fucking pretzel.
In the whole state, if not
All right,
the whole
let's-
United States.
I
All right, we-
I want
Right,
Tony
right.
to calm
I'm
down.
not. I don't mean to cut you off, Felix, but I need a pretzel. So I'm gonna.
Go right ahead.
I'm putting Ray on so he can.
All right.
What kind of pretzels did you bring us, Ray?
I bought you a bunch here. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, there's different ones?
That's my knob.
I
This is
have,
over there.
uh,
Jesus.
Where?
And then what is that, candy that you brought also?
Candy apples.
Candy
Caramel
apples. Oh my God, they're
Oh.
awesome.
That's for dessert.
Oh my.
So you said that this is like full
Stealing
circle.
now.
You said your dad and grandpa were initially
My
pretzel
uncle and
makers?
my father.
Okay, I was
They
close.
started right here in Mays in 1954.
Wow.
And they started with pretzels, and then they started expanding into everything else.
And-
And I'm kind of bringing it back to where it used to be.
And now do people come in and buy them, or are you guys
Yeah,
driving
sure.
around, or where? How?
You just whipping them out of the car.
Well, I
random
don't know.
people.
I don't know. Are there
Hey, you want a pretzel? Bam!
It's like vacuums. Do you go door to door? I'm fucking.
It will look like
The pretzel hit me in the eye, but it was
That's a
so
good idea,
good.
though. You start a place that sells pretzels.
Full of
door to
brush
door.
man.
So
Like
you
the
got
ice
the
cream man, but the pretzel man.
you got the spot in
Tri-County.
in Tri-County Flea Market,
Yeah.
right?
But we
Nice.
do a lot of festivals.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
And
so
we starting to wholesale to restaurants. We've been trying to sell to these guys here, but I don't know. They're never
maybe we
they're
can get
never around.
maybe we can get you an appointment.
Yeah, see what you can do. Pull some strings, will you?
We'll try. We'll do our best. We never.
Every
see
time I
them.
bring it to
We'll
the
try.
girls here, they eat it before it gets
Okay.
to the owner.
All right, enough talk. Give me a pretzel.
Oh,
Hey, Ray,
Oh
when
my
you
God.
come
Somebody was
on
saying-
the show next time, I'll try
all right,
to hook
yeah,
you
we
up.
gotta-
I can't
Come on
find
the
the
show.
button.
gotta
Give
figure it out.
me a pretzel.
What do you want? You want a regular?
Just
or
a
you want-
He has
regular
different
plain. Oh
kinds.
my God, stifle.
No, I will not
Yeah,
stifle.
that's not enough with the
Be
stifle.
nice.
What are you, Archie?
Just give me a regular pretzel, please.
Hold on.
Somebody said,
Answer the
Robin.
phone, will you?
Robin said that you look
Yeah.
like Van Halen.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's a regular. That's an old style New York pretzel.
Right there. Look at the size of that son of a bitch.
That's small.
Look at
Do
that.
it next to my
Yeah, look at the
head.
size
Look
of
at
this
it.
guy.
No, because you're gonna
That's
cough
a
on
big
it.
Look, wait.
Oh my
put that up, wait.
God.
That's a big pretzel. And what
That's
did we
a
say
big
before?
pretzel.
Size matters.
Size matters.
Oh my
Size
God.
Bonnie's a size
Bonnie,
queen. Size
wanna
man.
pass me one? Or I'm just gonna take this, even though you guys just used
I'm gonna
it.
take
Even
this.
though you guys just used
No,
it.
he has
for any-
different ones.
Holy
He has ones with cream cheese
Yeah.
in them.
I
And
have jalapeno.
oh, I'd
cream
rather.
cheese,
I don't want to. I don't want to touch any.
pepperoni
I'm gonna
mozzarella,
take that
bacon
one.
cheddar.
I'm gonna take this one.
This is
my
delicious.
Oh,
I
bacon
don't wanna
cheddar.
touch anything because she has her hands on
You're Jewish, you can't have bacon.
every
What do you want?
pretzel.
I'm a bad Jew. I love bacon.
That's a good fucking pretzel, man.
That's a
It's
fucking.
bigger than my head.
That's a fucking good pretzel.
The pretzel's bigger than my head.
You guys have no idea how these people came in, and now that they're eating pretzels, they're like giddy. Tony was really bad.
Hey, you have to feed us.
So you know they're good when you start using all those adjectives.
Oh my God.
Wow, let me taste this.
That is good.
I mean, I've had them with Felix. The pretzel, I mean.
Oh my God.
Oh my wake up. Felix is still on the line, guys.
I can't hear him.
Hey, guys,
My button
you're
is
missing out.
missing.
You want some?
I like listen,
Yes,
man. I just
Joey,
want to
take
say
your
goodbye
place
to
off.
Ray. I want to say goodbye to Ray. Goodbye to you guys. Hopefully, maybe you guys come on the show, okay,
Yeah.
like in April or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll have Ray on, and I'll have all like the other regulars on or something like that.
Oh my God.
I'm working on green pretzels for you, Felix.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Ooh.
Ray and I
Just go
are going to
pretzel.
have the St. Patrick's Day. I'm going
You
to
know
have
what we're
a
gonna
green
do?
day.
I'm gonna make you green
What?
pretzels, and I'm gonna make you a corned beef pretzel also.
Ooh.
Perfect, Ray.
That
Perfect.
sounds fucking good.
So we're going to do our St. Patrick's Day show on March 12th. I got green bagels. I got Ray. And now I'm just working on a good Irish pub, man, to come on.
Nice.
And then I got a bakery also coming on, too. So that should be a really good show, St. Patrick's Day show.
Awesome. Thank
So,
you. Thank you for calling
You're
in,
welcome.
Felix. We'll
Yeah,
talk to you
take care,
soon,
guys.
buddy. Have a good one.
all right.
So long,
All right,
Felix.
bye.
Bye, Felix. Thank you so much.
You say I'm an asshole.
I'm not an asshole.
I could
Oh
not
my
hear
God.
him.
Let me tell you something. This is just a regular, plain old
Try
pretzel.
mine. Try
no,
mine.
you touched it. And and it's
Hey,
so,
you're the sick one, not
and
me.
it's so good.
I have the immune system. of
No
10 men.
mustard, no nothing. Just plain ass pretzel. And it like butter in your mouth. Oh my God.
It's
My
delicious.
fat ass is can't shove it in my mouth fast enough.
Somebody goes, that's a big pizza pie. Elizabeth?
No,
And-
it's not pizza.
I know,
What you
Bonnie's
talking
phone.
about?
I think there's a delay. Do you do mail orders? They look awesome.
Yeah,
That's
where-
what
where is she?
Ann Farrell got. Ann Farrell, where are you
How far are
located?
you?
How far?
Oh my God, guys.
Type it in.
I
John
can't.
Consoli is watching.
What are the hours over at your store over there?
Monday to Saturday, 10 to 8. Sunday, 10 to 6.
What's the monthly club fucking cost? Because Tony wants that shit fucking sent to him monthly.
You should have like
Shut
monthly.
We're working on
Boxes.
it.
Didn't go
We're
over
We're
as well.
working on sending.
That's
It,
so
it
cool.
was better in your head, right? As you're standing there laughing, and then it came out of that stupid mouth of yours. And look what
Stupid face.
happened.
I'm working on a drone. I'm going to send it by drone.
No.
Nice.
There you go.
He also's got candy apples too.
That's
So-
for later.
Well,
Do you deliver or
Easy,
no?
Bonnie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
No,
Or we
seriously.
send, yeah, we deliver. Or we send out too.
Can they get a hold of you like online? Can people get a hold of you online?
Not of this world. Pretzels.com.
Not of this world.
K-N-O-T.
Not out of this
K-N-O-T.
Not of this world.
KNOT.
KNOT of this world
Pretzels.
pretzel.com. Go there. Get some goddamn
they're
pretzels.
They're fucking good.
These things
You
are
want the phone number? Text or call the phone
Yeah,
number.
yeah. What's the phone number?
What's
Say
phone
it-
number?
say it twice.
516-238-0382.
516.
516.
There you go.
238-0382.
Wait, I'll text it. So
You would
mean
think
they
a
haven't
guy
heard
that was
me?
on the radio a
516?
few times would know to talk into the microphone.
516, what's the rest of it?
I don't like mics.
516
Get me
what?
nervous.
Very
What was that?
valid.
516-238-0382.
238 0
Tell them
3
we sent
8
you.
2.
Tell them Three's Company Radio sent you, and Ray will give you the Three's Company Radio
I'll give
discount.
you jack crap. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you to keep supporting
I'll
us.
say keep going. No, I'm joking. I'm
What?
only joking.
Well,
Go see Ray. Not of this world pretzels. They're fantastic. Oh my God.
something
Oh.
that I had forgotten about that the pretzels reminded me of is back in college, I managed a rugby team, and the coach would commute from Philly to New York. And so he thought it was a good idea to bring these big Philly pretzels like this. But by the time
They don't make big Philly pretzels.
they were big, they were like this, and they not this good though. But anyways, they were fucking hard as rocks. By the time he brought them from Philly to New York
Mine
and had
stay
them,
soft.
stay overnight, and the kids were buying them and using them as frisbees.
Oh.
So that was my story.
Ann is
about
from.
pretzels.
You want to know the difference?
That was an
though?
amazing story.
Thanks for,
I
thanks
liked
for all
it.
reacting.
I like your story.
Thanks
Hey.
for all reacting
That was amazing.
appropriately.
Philly pretzels have 2 holes. New York style pretzels have 3 holes.
Is that the difference?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, that's one of the differences.
Cool. That's a fun pretzel.
Is
fact.
there like
Shags,
gen-
what was the bagel?
is there a geographical like thing with pretzels? Like New York pretzels it is, Connecticut pretzels it is.
They don't have pretzels in Connecticut, really. I mean, they're known in New York and Pennsylvania.
That's it.
Because the original settlers in New York were, Amsterdam, they were Dutch. Same thing with Dutch and German were in Pennsylvania. So,
Right.
So those are the 2 cities in America that are known for pretzels. Now they're all across the country. But,
Yeah.
New York, the old New York pretzel doesn't really exist anymore until I brought it back.
Thank
Wow.
God you did, because this is so good.
It's delicious.
And what makes it uniquely New York?
The water. what
That's
I keep
part of it.
hearing.
I think that's part of it.
The love.
Ann Farrell, who was talking about things being delivered, she's from Dublin, Ohio. So I don't know if
Yeah, good luck with that one.
I don't think that we
No,
can
we'll send
the
it out to
pretzels
you.
that far.
They
And
won't
they
get.
don't get hard.
They won't get hard like the Philly pretzels. I scoffed this whole goddamn pretzel down in like 15 seconds.
She's Teresa Farrell's sister-in-law.
Good for her.
Who's Teresa Farrell?
Teresa had a show on here called Tea Time with Teresa, which just moved to a different radio station.
You almost said called the.
What are you laughing at?
You almost said that the show.
Send me your address. I'll send it out
hi,
to you.
Robert Soul.
Soleil.
It just pops in her head.
So
and
late.
comes right out.
Soleil,
Bam.
Soleil.
Bam.
I
Oh my
still
God,
screw up
guys,
his name.
Bam.
Mike.
I'm laughing so
Not
much.
one unexpressed thought at all. Just
I've been
ping
called worse.
out. All right, Ray. Thank you so much for the pretzels.
Hi, Robert.
What?
We still.
Are we going to bring Joey on? You know what? Fuck it. Leave Ray there. We'll put Joey over there. Joey, you want a pretzel?
Come here, Joey.
Just don't touch the board.
All right.
We gonna wheel him over?
Where's this chair?
You want me to stand? I'll stand.
Oh, let me introduce him. Hold on. I got the. Okay, our next
we're gonna
guest,
perch him up?
Joey Petroni. He's a landscaper / comic / radio personality / super DJ. Joey Petroni.
Joey! Grab a
All right.
pretzel, Joey.
We can't-
Break a pretzel.
I guess what are we gonna do? We're gonna put that chair that doesn't fit.
That stool don't fit back there? Yeah, put the
perch
stool
him
back
up.
You
there.
want to sit here? I'll sit over there.
Put him on the stool.
All right.
Put him in the bathroom with JoJo the Whale.
All right.
Those
Back
are-
up the shot.
This is the most unprofessional show I've ever
I know,
done.
seriously, and it's all your
It is
fault.
horrible.
People
It is
like that.
horrible. No,
they don't
don't.
like super.
Joey, sit down. Come on. No, I
Welcome.
don't.
He's so tall, and now he's sitting on a tall chair.
I know. This is like put up, shut up, or stand up.
Oh yeah, I know. Yes, Robert. The
People
pretzels look
All right.
delicious.
Oh my God, we can't do this to him.
How am I doing?
They are delicious.
Perfect. Don't hit any buttons on the board, please.
Oh, and
I think I gotta move on.
yeah, I think you got to get in the shot.
Origin? What does that mean?
all right.
Jesus. All
I
right.
want to
Yeah.
know the story.
So,
Oh.
Bonnie, did you even give him
Oh
an
my God! You know that
intro?
there's a live mic in front of your face, and everybody can hear what you're talking about.
No one heard me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Did we get his official intro, Bonnie?
Yeah, she did.
Yes, I did it.
You said landscaper? I didn't hear that.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
plenty
a
of headphones on.
landscaper.
There you go. Hold the mic up.
Landscaper is what you identify
Wow, you
as.
seem like a giant now.
Oh, wait, do you want a piece of
I need a
pretzel?
guitar, man. Let's do some jamming.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
actually,
That's
this
after
is my
us.
only
This is-
requirement.
What's
Here,
that?
let's pass
That's a
Joey a
hairnet.
pretzel.
Where do I put it?
Over your head.
Oh, we're not allowed to eat over the console.
What are you
You'll
doing?
You'll eat
Joey,
the pretzel later.
Joey,
He'll
please
eat it
put
later.
the
Don't
hairnet
listen to
on.
her, Joey. She thinks she's funny, but she's retarded. Anyway,
So Tony, one of the last times I saw you was during your stand-up set, and I said, "Man, I got to get back into it." And you
Well-
didn't even know that you were one of my inspirations about
get out of
Eight.
here.
about 8 years ago.
Wow,
That
thank
was
you.
nice.
That's
Nice.
really
It was
touching.
a show
Thank
we
you.
did together.
Yeah.
You were the headliner, and I was just messing around with stand-up, for the years and stuff like that. About 8 years ago, and you kicked ass up there, man. It was
Oh,
like-
thanks,
no,
man.
seriously.
Where was that?
Flaming something.
Oh, the Flaming Hearth in
Yeah.
Farmingville.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I got set on fire in that place.
I think I was there.
Well,
but that was not that
appropriately
same.
And that's
That
what
wasn't
made you
that
want to go
night,
into
yeah.
it?
No, it was a
Your
different
hair,
night.
your hair went on fire?
No, my face. It
Oh,
was,
wow.
What?
Wow.
That story you have to tell.
That's okay. So there's this comedian out there. His name is Matt Holmes, and Matt Holmes does this whole thing where he has music playing, and it's all different TV theme songs.
Right.
And as it's playing, he's changing into different characters. He's got 16 layers of clothes on under him, and he does Batman and this and this. And the last thing he closes out with is Rock and Roll All Night from Kiss comes on.
right.
And he takes over, and he's dressed like Gene Simmons, and he puts a Gene Simmons mask on, and he's playing the bass, blah, blah. But he has this pyro on the stage with him. It's just like this
That's
little
what I
thing.
Right.
So he's doing his thing, and he hits the pedal to ignite the pyro. Pyro don't light. He hits it again. Pyro don't light. Oh, okay, must have done it out. He gets done. 2 other guys go on. I go up to close it out. I'm 5 minutes into it, and I lean over the pyro, and it goes off in my face.
Oh God.
Wow.
It goes right in my face.
Wow.
It goes off in my face. And for a minute, I'm like,
Is it in your face?
like, oh my God, it's like my eyebrows and my eyelashes burnt off and everything, and I was trying to.
What year was this?
This was probably like about 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 9 years ago.
Oh,
And
man.
it went, and I.
And you watched that?
No, he
what
wasn't
I
there.
wasn't
That
there
was a
that
different
night.
show.
That's what
That was
inspired
after.
him.
That was after I saw you.
And I stood there for a minute, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh, and then I said, "Is this a Great White concert right now?"
Right?
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah. When they couldn't
Oh
get
my
out.
God.
And then I tried to go, and I couldn't because I could feel my face starting to blister off and
man.
everything. So I had to get off. And Matt, he felt so bad. He paid my bar tab. And then the next time I was there, he showed up with it was around Easter. He made this giant Easter basket for
wow.
me with like all this
Right.
hot sauce and red hots and all this stuff. But he felt, I said, don't worry about it. You know, shit
Right,
happens.
right,
What are you
right.
going to do? He felt so bad. But yeah.
So
that was-
you were okay, I guess, at the end of it all.
I went home and I got drunk.
Okay.
So
And
That's
it's,
scary, man. I don't like
your
messing around
face
with that
is
stuff.
it went like from my nose up. The whole thing was just engulfed in the pyro and just it was weird because my eyelashes were gone. So every time I closed my eyes, they stuck together.
Right.
Oh
So
my
you gotta
God.
pull it
That's
that
fucked
lasted
up.
for a while. And then
fucked
your
up.
eyes itch when your eyelashes are growing back in. They itch.
I used to do the fireworks with the mortars. You know, the mortars, you throw them in, you
Yeah,
run.
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Sometimes they don't go off. You got to walk back, and you kind of like,
Yeah.
You know, and one time, walking back, I mean, that was nowhere near. It was about 10 feet away, but it
And
went
went
off.
off?
Yeah, man.
That's scary as shit, man.
So, yeah, so now
I don't mess with that.
can't do that now. I don't have any insurance. So.
So you've been at stand up now, what, 8 years, 9 years?
Oh, no, I started in 2000 with a comedy class right here at Governor's with Chris Williamson,
Yeah.
Eric Tartaglione.
Yeah.
And I started off with Mike Dillon, Thomas Doran.
Wow.
Yeah, it was years ago. And then we did stand-up for a while. I got married, got kids, and all that stuff. And then I came back.
Life had gotten away for a little
Yeah,
while.
life got in the way.
And then you came back.
Gives
Nice.
you
need
plenty of
material,
material.
you know,
Gives
you
you plenty of
know,
material.
Yeah, gives you plenty of material. So you got like the metal look going on.
Right. I'm
Did you incorporate that into the act?
I've always been into metal. I've always right now I'm actually the Ronnie James Dio.
He was a good guy.
Right now I'm the head roadie for this band, IROC. So I
Okay.
actually I'm going to be leaving here and going over to the studio, Phase 1 studio over in Farmingdale.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be bringing Gatorade and stuff, but duct tape. They call me duct tape
You put
guy.
the scarves on
Yeah,
the mic.
duct
And
tape.
check 1, 2. Check.
taper.
I bring over the drumsticks or whatever. I look at my text before I leave here and see what they want. But so I'm like the head roadie for those guys.
Okay.
They're gonna be in Patchogue Saturday at 89 North.
Yeah. That's a
Saturday
cool
night.
venue.
Awesome band. Now the reason why the band to me is awesome. They play all 80s metal, all 80s rock and roll.
Okay.
Motley Crue's coming around this summer with.
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
The Motley Crue cash grab. Yes.
I love the music, but I can't afford it.
Right.
So being a roadie for this band, I hear the music.
Right.
And I get paid to listen to it.
That's
So
pretty
it's a little-
awesome.
little vice versa there.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. That's like when I worked at BAB. Same thing. You get to go host the concert, see the band, and here's your check.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah. You get paid. Right, exactly. So, like my wife loves Billy Joel, but I can't take her to see Billy Joel, so we see the Billy Joel cover bands,
Right.
I get her drunk enough, she doesn't even know half the time.
Honey, that was
But
Bill
the-
Joel.
That's
Same
like
thing with the Eagles.
like Street Fighter.
She
and-
loves the Eagles, man. The Eagles is like $400 a ticket.
Yeah.
But there's an Eagles cover band coming out soon. I just saw them on
It's preposterous what they ask for some of these
$400 a
tickets
ticket, man.
For,
It's like
for some of these things. It's
Yeah.
just totally ridiculous.
Right.
That's because they ask you for all these stupid things
Right.
and stuff like that.
and then you got the train going there, and then the drinks and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 a night.
Easily.
So anyway, so
So you'd rather go see? I hate to say it, but I kind of have like a problem with tribute bands,
Tribute
or
bands?
cover bands. I don't, I have friends that are in
depends.
the music industry. They write music and stuff like that, and they're trying to get their music out there and stuff like that. And then these guys are getting gigs, but whatever. The main thing though is like comics. We can't do that. We can't do that. I can't go up there and be like, I'm going to be a tribute comic for
yeah.
whatever.
and do all.
I
Yeah,
do.
someone else's
I'm George Carlin tribute comic now, and I just do Carlin stuff and this and that. But,
Right.
But that's, I guess.
You just got to be a hack and just
Now,
not
if the
say you're
tribute band
announcing.
lasts for a long time, and then the tribute band gets old, do they have a tribute band
for the tribute band. Yeah, how about that?
Like a double tribute. tribute band.
These guys are having a blast, though, man. They opened up the other night for Enough's Enough.
Oh, that's cool.
Bullet Boys, remember the Bullet Boys?
Yeah, I remember the Bullet Boys. But they're not coming out like dressing like the bands. They're just
No,
coming
they're
out
coming
playing
out,
music.
yeah, kicking
See, I
ass.
don't have a problem
Nah,
with that.
man.
You want to come out there and you want to play those covers,
Yeah.
and then that's great. But when the guys are like the guys
Nah.
dressed up like Ozzy,
Nah,
and he's acting like Ozzy and all that
Now,
shit.
these guys come out.
That's when I have a bit
and they
of a
do the
problem.
they do the stuff you haven't
What are
heard
you
in a while.
laughing at?
You might
your
not want to
post?
be on the Street Fighter episode.
Yeah,
in like
maybe
2 weeks.
maybe on the Street Fighter episode you'll
You might,
step
we
out.
might have to sit
Because
you might-
Hey.
they're like watching the Stones.
Maybe Street
They're
Fighter
awesome.
could change my mind.
Oh, maybe.
I
There
have
we go.
I
no,
love Street
Rob
Fighter.
Soleil.
I have
let's
no-
change this grimace
I
of
have
mine.
no doubts about their talent and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, these tribute bands and stuff. But it aggravates me, like, when they
They come out and play the part. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
yeah.
But if you're just going out there and you're jamming them covers,
No,
that's
these guys,
cool as hell. Yeah,
they come
yeah,
out
yeah.
looking like they look, and they start off with "Let It Rock" by Def Leppard. You know,
Yeah.
they do all the stuff that's like really cool stuff.
Right.
Not when they got glam.
They probably sound better than
Def
the
Leppard,
band
yeah.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, Joe Elliott's horrible now.
Yeah.
Do you see him on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I saw him at Jones Beach a couple years ago. I didn't think he didn't sound that great.
At last year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when he
Yeah.
got inducted,
He didn't sound good.
he can't do it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's done.
I'd like to see Vince Neil what he's going to do this time around.
He's gonna eat 2 fried chickens and and a half a pound of fries. That's what he's gonna.
It's like David Lee Roth. They rely on the backup singers, you know.
Yeah,
They
but and I understand because they get old,
yeah.
so your voice isn't gonna sound. My voice now doesn't sound the same that it did 25 years ago. It's just the way it is.
Right.
It
So
used to be a
it's-
lot more sensual, guys. He used to have a really nice radio voice.
Did you play in a band? You ever play in a band or anything? Or?
I played bass for a little while. I
Okay.
thought I was
So that's what
gonna
I
be a rock star, and then I realized, oh, you need talent.
Yeah.
And I don't
You need
have.
timing. You need
Yeah.
I
timing.
don't have musical
Yeah.
talent,
Right.
so I just gave that up, and yeah.
You could look the look, man. But you know, I played bass too. And,
Yeah.
I was singing for a while, but also the other thing is that you're wasting all your time doing that. You're not making any money. You know.
That's another thing.
Unfortunately,
Well,
that's
same
why the
thing with
cover
co-
bands are good because they make some money. You know.
Yeah, it's same thing with being a comic.
You know Paul Trez. You said it before.
Oh yeah, he's got like 9 bands
Yeah.
that he's in. Yeah,
I saw them Speed King. They
Speed-
did
he does the Deep Purple
cover.
thing.
Oh man.
that
Awesome.
guy, his
Awesome.
voice hasn't changed.
No,
from
all
when
these years.
because I remember seeing him in the '80s
Yep.
in Trash Can Baby.
Yeah. Trash Can Baby.
And his voice was fantastic then. And now, 20 plus years later,
Yeah.
he still belts it out
Still
like you
kicks
wouldn't
ass.
believe.
Yep. He's got some voice.
You have no
man.
idea who
Strong
Paul
vocals.
Trez is.
No,
He's an
no.
awesome singer.
Yeah, Trash Can Baby. Actually,
I'm-
today the bass player of Trash Can Baby was my best friend Abe, who passed away 28 years ago today.
Wow.
Today's his the day. That's what
Yes,
I said before.
he had cancer, right? So
Oh yeah, he had cancer. Yeah, so
Poor guy. That's young. That's young.
he was 24. Yeah, so. Anyway, so.
All right, way to
not
bring the show
mood
down.
Sorry about that.
Are you kidding? These guys were the biggest fucking. They were both throwing
What?
tantrums.
Who?
Bonnie and you.
Oh yeah,
About
over
what?
different things, over different issues.
About your whatever got you down today.
Oh,
I don't
no.
even know. You forgot. You ate a pretzel.
I
You
ate a
fucking
pretzel.
Fucking
Yeah,
forgot.
Ray brought
But
the
you're-
best
I calmed
pretzels
down
ever.
fast.
Bonnie's
I put an
in a great
antidepressant.
mood.
Yeah.
know,
Ray,
Yeah, there's a
we're
little
all-
Prozac.
Ray
in
put a
here.
little Xanax in the pretzels.
sedatives.
And then I had a Monster and a Regal Beagle mug, pint, and now I'm ready to go.
The world
And we
makes
got
sense
Joey
again.
here.
So
Outside of no, go ahead.
no.
No. You the guest, please.
You can ask a question because I was going to say something all the time. I was going to say that that I was an because who's the author here? You talking about someone being an author? Oh, you're talking about books before.
Jeff.
Because
Jeff
I
Goulier.
attempted to write a book.
Okay.
And I wasted about 2 years of my life.
But they're not wasted.
Well, this was wasted.
Okay, what was the book about?
Well, I actually wrote a book, and I thought it was very creative. I put a lot of time and energy into it. I had index cards. I wrote down, every time I was out, the story was going this way and this way, and
Yeah.
and it was really written day to day. I didn't even know where it was going.
Okay.
And I was at Starbucks, and I was just about to finish up, and I went up and got a Danish at Starbucks. And she gave me change for 20, and I gave the woman at the register, I gave her a 10. She gave me change for 20.
Okay.
So I sat down, I'm doing my stuff, and I'm like, you know what, I'm thinking of karma. What's
Yeah.
good karma? I went back up and I gave her back her change.
Yeah.
And I talked to her for like a minute. I turned around, my laptop was gone.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I'm serious, man. So.
Oh man!
And with that, this is stupid me. I had no backup on it at all. Well, I had everything in Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Everything was in Word.
Right.
So I had nothing except some index cards and some.
I don't know shit about that. I have a MacBook,
Yeah.
and I know how to use like 10% of it. I have no idea how to use any of it.
Mandy will help you.
So no. The thing is now is that it was 2 years wasted on being an author. I really wanted to write a book. I mean, everybody's got a
What was it
bucket
about?
list. It was just about my life. Growing up in Levittown and all that kind of stuff, but it was like funny stories that I enhanced and stuff like
Oh,
that.
you're from here, from Levittown?
I'm from Levittown, yeah. I grew up in Levittown.
I thought you were a Suffolk guy like me.
No, I grew up in Levittown.
Nice.
And, so now I went to the party here.
Yeah,
I
that's
ran
right.
into-
Last time I saw you.
at the party.
At the party.
Valentina, I think her name is.
Yes.
Tina Valentini, yeah.
She's gonna help. I got her
She has
flyer.
a lot of connections.
Yeah.
I just can't get up early in the morning though.
All right. Bonnie whispered it like Tina was in the mafia. She was like,
And she
she's got a lot of connections.
She was really. I met her at the
She's
Christmas
so
party.
nice.
I met her at the holiday party
Yeah.
here, and she was great. And says she has a workshop for writing books and stuff. So I'm thinking about writing a book. And tell me what you think. I'm going to write another book
Yeah.
Yeah.
about a guy, a loser,
Writing for.
who spent 2 years of his life writing
Well, it's the truth.
writing a book,
And then
Yeah.
his book
And
was stolen.
and his book was stolen because he went back to give.
Because he's.
Because
Now, let me ask you.
Back it up.
Wait,
this
wait,
time.
wait.
The idiot cashier. The cashier is an idiot.
Right.
I mean, she gave me change for. I actually, for 2 or 3 days, was blaming her.
Yeah. It's
Why
right.
would you give me change of a 20? I gave you a 10. I didn't want to get her in trouble with the boss, but
Yeah.
that's what started the whole thing.
Maybe it was a setup.
Maybe. You know what?
Yeah, right.
This is the hook for the book. The guy that stole your laptop writes the book, and it becomes a bestseller.
And then you have to sue him.
With my luck,
Some homeless
Right.
jerk
I like
who
that idea.
stole your laptop.
I like that.
that could.
He takes all
That
the
sounds like a good story.
right. He takes the whole book and he writes it, and it gets published, and now he's
Maybe
super
they'll-
rich.
I was.
How long ago did that happen? Because
That happened like 2 years ago.
I had my wallet stolen
Yeah.
and the thief.
At the
was-
same
thief-
Starbucks?
No.
Oh,
I was in a store and I had the kids were little, and I turned to get something off the shelf, and my pocketbook was open. They just took the whole wallet, but they felt guilty. They mailed me back all my photos
Right.
and my license.
Right.
They kept the money.
they weren't that guilty.
But I mean, maybe somehow you'll get it
Nah,
back.
it's long enough now.
They'll get it published.
So
for you
the
and
moral,
send it to you.
the moral to the story, if I have a moral to my story, it's keep the change.
Keep the change. That's it. 100% right. Keep the change.
Name of the
That,
book.
that should be the title of the
Name
book.
of the
Keep
book.
the change.
Yeah.
It was only
Change.
so she
Don't be
gave her
nice.
10. She gave you change for 20. So it was only $10 more, and it's not like they were going to take that away from her.
I couldn't even concentrate to get back into writing my book because I had extra
Yeah,
money. I was
yeah.
like, I got to give it back.
I'm
to
the
her.
same way though. I
Yeah.
would have fucked with my head. Anything
It
bad that
was.
would have happened
Yeah.
to me
I'm
for
not
the
good
next
at math,
year,
so I
I would
wouldn't
have been
know.
like, it's because of that fucking change.
Right.
I should have given
Right.
that fucking change back.
Right.
I'm a dirtbag.
I thought maybe I'd get an
I just
extra
take the
Danish out
change
of it
and
too.
shove it in my pocket.
I know they should have been like, they should have thrown you
They make
something.
lousy Danishes there.
But so
They're
anyway,
not as good as raised pretzels. I'll tell you.
now,
that.
now I got
Not.
a laptop and I got it's like
You
a.
learn to back it up.
Cloud.
You ever see your phone? It's got a tracking device on it. I got like a tracking device on this laptop. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, find
it's
my
some kind of
iPhone?
program.
Oh, see what? If I had that, I would like set people up.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, it's not. Gonna
I
happen.
would put it out so it'd get stolen, and then I'd show
Go
up
back
at
to the
that-
same Starbucks and do
and then
it.
show up at their house and be like, "Yo, bitch, give me my laptop." What?
So maybe he writes the book. It's a big success. They do the screenplay. Maybe you get the part to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
maybe
nobody
you
knows
could-
the part better than me.
Maybe you can play yourself in
Yeah.
the movie.
Being,
That would
being
be
from Levittown. Levittown's where I started my landscaping company. As a kid, I used to cut all the lawns in the neighborhood, and
and it just blossomed. How big of a
I
landscaping
just kept them.
company?
You know,
do
I
Oh, you
have
have
that?
some funny landscaping stories.
yeah,
You
it's
should
true.
tell some
Back
of them.
back in Levittown, used to mow the lawns, and there used to be rabbits in the backyard, like burrowed in the ground, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I made you
they'd be
decapitate.
in the bag.
Oh, that's see as
no,
a man
that's not. I,
who has
I
a
would
pet
never do it.
rabbit.
I'd never
that's
do it on
very
purpose.
Sad now.
Yeah, Levittown.
The other guys would do it on purpose.
I work now as a landscaper, and I've had a lot of problems. And the biggest problem is insurance. If you
Right.
own a company, you have to have insurance. You have to have insurance for your pretzels, right? Anything happens.
Oh,
God
your
forbid,
pretzels
Already-
insured?
already
I'm just kidding.
Everything's
kidding.
insurance.
Those pretzels are so good they should be insured by Lloyd's of London. That's how.
So I had a customer complaining that my crew, because I have a crews working for me,
Right.
they were urinating in the backyard and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one time she's
She
like,
probably wouldn't let them in the house to use her toilet.
Yeah.
well, I told her that.
bastards.
She's like,
What
but
do
then
you
she's
expect
like,
her to-
They're brown people. They can't use my toilet.
I talked to the crew. And I told them, listen, if you have to go to the bathroom, jump the fence and go in the neighbor's yard.
Tell about the tree.
Or if they can arc it over the fence.
Tell me the Starbucks.
But what happened was I went back there again. Now she was really mad. She's like, Joey, you know, now that they're defecating in my backyard.
Oh.
How would you know that? She's like, because they're knocking on my door and asking for toilet paper.
Oh.
So I have problems like that. And then, you know, these guys, they're hard workers, man. I'm
Made
telling
me
you.
laugh. I'm coughing.
They're hard workers. But with the, I had sent the crew to cut down and trim some trees.
This is funny.
Well,
I've heard this.
it's funny for you. That's why I work in Suffolk County now.
Yeah.
And so they went to the house and they were ripping out the shrubs in the front. They had a work order, you know. They cut the lawn. They cut down this big maple tree on the front lawn. They were in the backyard doing like behind the shed. They were cleaning up everything. And I'm out front and I'm packing stuff back in the truck. And the guy pulls in the driveway and he's screaming his head off at me. I can't hear him because I have the blower going, you know. And I go, what's the problem, man? I go, they did a beautiful job. It turns out we're supposed to be at 95 2nd Avenue. We were at 95 1st Avenue.
You had the wrong house.
We had the wrong house. We cut down a 60-foot maple tree.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So then you were
Sin.
pissed.
What do you do?
We ripped out all the shrubs. We were putting in new shrubs. We ripped everything out.
Yeah, but that tree is. What do you do?
You can't put back a 60-foot maple tree. That's why I almost got arrested. The cops came and everything, man.
Oh
It was
my
horrible.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
So-
I'm responsible for those guys, you know.
Yeah.
So
So there's nothing you can do about.
what
like,
are you gonna do?
Could he sue you for chopping down his
Well, that's
tree?
the insurance is for. So it's probably still not over yet. But the thing is, I'm giving him. I have like 2 more summers of free landscaping. You know,
You gotta give him like hush money.
well,
Are you cutting his grass?
barter
before
time.
you do
we're
it?
doing his lawn for free, and we put in all the shrubs and redid the whole. I mean, the house looks nicer now than it ever did. The only thing he's really missing is the tree. You know, but we did put
the
in
reason
some.
that his wife wanted to buy the house.
Yeah. I planted this tree when we bought the house. It was a sapling.
Well, we're doing like 20 houses a day, like 7 days a week. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's gonna
That's a lot.
happen. Something's
Yeah.
gonna happen. You know.
I have a question for you.
What?
As a landscaper, do you have a lot of issues with the neighbors? Like,
Yeah. What time you start?
Oh, this tree is over on my side. Because
Yes.
I had that
Yeah.
going on with my neighbor.
All the
We had
time.
this whole thing.
Right.
Man, you don't get along with anybody.
No, actually, my
All you
my
do is
ex, soon-to-be ex-husband.
fight with people.
I didn't care because I liked that the tree grew into our yard because I
was some
liked the
extra
shade.
tree.
But my ex wanted the tree not to hang over onto his yard, so he would get himself get up on there
Yeah.
and cut it, but just right
Not-
there and
right flat.
and then he
That's-
sent somebody to
he
go
didn't wanna
around
rake leaves,
and
that's
take it out from the roots.
He was
Oh, he had
lazy.
somebody do that?
Yeah, and he wasn't allowed.
No, that you can't.
Your ex-husband took a hit out on a tree.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've got in the middle of some really nasty neighbor fights over
Yeah,
trees
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
over and breaking
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. I show up like I'm the guy who's going to settle the argument. You know, like come on, man, guys, go drink a beer,
Yeah,
man.
it's-
Go in your house, look the other way.
It's your
Arguing
fence,
about
it's your
the
tree. Can't we
tree.
split
Who
it?
cares?
It's gonna be a
Who
fucking.
Oh my god.
The truth is, and it's sad. The older you get, I guess, the more time you have on your hands, and it's that type of age, that.
Is it all old people?
Yeah, none of these young
fighting
guys,
about
they don't care. The young
stupid-
guys
yeah.
don't give. They're working all day, man. They come home, it's dark out. They don't see no trees.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's the old people that are out during the day.
I guess,
like
it
just
always
fucking
seems-
doing the perimeter of their yard.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the right thing, and the thing, then I'm also trying to keep this guy as
A customer.
as a
right.
customer and
Well,
happy.
Right.
Who's paying you? The
customer.
customer.
Yeah,
Then
the
you got to
customer.
side with him.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, you're right, Jim. The tree's got to come down.
And the guy's telling me his son's coming over. Don't go anywhere. Be here in 20 minutes. I want this tree out of here now. I got to keep moving.
Yeah, you got business to
Yeah,
run.
it's not all the time. I mean, listen, it happens once a month, maybe, or twice a month, some kind of weird stuff. But the biggest problem is when you're out there, with the blowers and you're blowing leaves and stuff, man.
Yeah.
They want to kill us. They
But you
start-
blow. Can you move out of the
we
way
have
for
neighbors
the
come
trees?
out and they come out with their blower and blow the shit right back at us.
Why?
Really?
You're blowing the shit
We're
into
having
the
a blower
street.
fight. No, we're blowing.
Like,
I want to get in on that. I'm just kidding.
Blower
I'm joking.
fight.
I'm joking.
That real
a
adults
landscaper
do-
blower.
real adults do
Oh.
that versus you during the day.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Blow a fight.
Because adults are really just grown-up children.
A lot of times you have these things on.
I had
Took you
no
all day to
idea.
come up with that one there. Wait on.
I put these on, right? And it looks like you're doing it because of the noise from the
yeah,
blow.
yeah,
But I got Metallica blasting.
That's to keep the people from.
I don't make eye contact with anybody
Oh
until they come
my
up to my face.
God.
You know, if they come up to my face, then I make eye contact.
What a bunch of bitches, Jesus.
But yeah, I don't really landscape as much as I used to. I gave up a lot of accounts. I let some of the guys that worked with me do it on their own.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, and now I'm just
So
doing
you-
a lot of DJ work.
DJing and roadieing and
Roadieing, and I started my friend started the business. Actually, I'm helping him out. He's got it's called Pat's Enterprise Recycle. Okay, you can look it up on Facebook. Pat's.
he's recycling spaceships.
He's
from
recycling.
Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly. I think I got his quote on me.
What is he recycling?
He's recycling bottles and cans, man. He's making some good money on the side. I'm helping him out. So, here's some business cards.
Here's a
Wanna
business card for
Plug.
take a look at those if you
Pat's
want.
Enterprise Recycle.
Maybe you could put that on Three's
Pat's
Company website.
Yeah, if you want.
Enterprise
Yeah, I can do that. That's no
Recycles.
problem.
And what we're doing is
You
we're
can
going.
find him on Facebook.
He doesn't drive, so I'm driving my truck around, and and we have a couple of accounts where we're going around and we're picking up bottles and cans and we're cashing them in over at ShopRite or whatever.
You know what they call that, right?
What's that?
That's called land clamming.
Land claiming.
Dumpster humping.
We're not going on people's property. We're doing pickups.
Oh, I know.
So yeah,
It's dumpster humping.
guy's got
No,
a
he's
great
not
business
going
going
in
on.
the dumpster.
He's doing
Don
great.
Sill
He's
said
land clamming.
Joey Petroni rocks.
Oh, thank you, Don.
Thank you, Don.
Don Sill, man. He
You had me cracking up that night
which one?
at the very first episode of Put Up, Shut Up that they ever had.
Okay.
He was a judge.
All right.
You were so funny.
Oh, you were a judge on that?
I was a judge. Yeah,
That's-
you were too, weren't
Yeah, I
He
was.
judged Bonnie and my company.
That was,
you? Lake fell
uh,
asleep.
I would never
Sorry.
do that. As a pro, I would never do that. Like, guys, just
It's it's
what they put these
yeah.
poor kids
It's-
through.
We're
it's
going
tough.
to it again.
It's tough,
Not
man.
too long.
Man.
Mandy this coming
weekend,
Saturday.
and then
But
Bonnie
Tune in
following
and
weekend.
support Mandy this Saturday.
Mandy's this Saturday against who?
Andy. Jana.
There's no
Andy.
poll this time.
Mandy versus Andy.
There's no poll.
Mandy
Paul.
versus.
I've done a lot of shows, okay, through the years. I've been on, and this is it's a 2-hour show.
It's really
And it's
long.
one of the fastest 2 hours, and you know from.
I thought it took a long time. I was like, oh my god, it was like sweating.
Oh really?
No,
oh,
I
because
thought
you're
it was-
sweating. That's
Yeah,
why.
'cause you're
Yeah.
not
But
competing.
for the people watching and for the spectators,
Yeah.
man, it's such a fast show because it's such a good show.
Yeah.
it's a lot
It's
of
a
fun.
great idea
It's a great
he came
show.
up with.
Yeah.
It really is.
fun.
I'm
I look
pissed
forward
that
to
I
it.
didn't come up with it. But it's really
Yeah.
amazing.
So
What he
I'm
gets.
looking forward to it.
And I love Benny.
Benny's
So-
awesome.
I love Benny.
What is he,
I love
the,
Benny.
He tries to break you guys, right? He's
Yeah.
the
The
heckler.
Gagoots.
Heckle.
The heckler.
Squash
Yeah.
the Gagoots.
The
Benny
Gagoots.
Rizzuti dresses up like a hack Italian
With the mustache that keeps falling off.
with really poor adhesive mustache, and then he heckles you.
Yeah.
I
Because
was
as
there,
a
I saw
comic,
it.
you have to. What did you say?
I was there. I saw it. Yeah.
So-
All right, well, let's pretend we're talking to the goddamn fucking audience. You don't have to be such
Don't
a
look at the
egotistical
camera
prick.
then.
He's in a bad mood
I know,
today.
he's such an asshole. Give him another pretzel.
As
Shut
a-
his fucking face
As
up.
a judge, I gotta be honest. It's very, very tough to be
It's
a judge.
hard to judge people.
yeah,
I could never
because-
be a judge.
We judge people
You
all
know,
the time.
the
No,
people
Mandy
I've had,
judges
the
people.
people I had a pleasure to judge, it was very tough to be a judge.
Oh
because
yeah, it's because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like
You know,
that. It'll make them feel bad.
The
or-
number one thing is what I can
you
tell.
want
Is,
to put that hairnet on.
I'm looking at this thing. Is likability, and everyone I've been a judge for is very likable. You know,
Yeah.
and obviously being a comic doesn't, but it was tough, and it was everyone I was on. I was pretty close too. They were
I
very
just
close.
viewed it from like a technical aspect of
Right.
it. You know, like it wasn't bad what you did, but
Right.
if you did this,
Yeah,
this,
give them some hints.
you
some
know,
tips.
stuff
yeah.
like that. Like, you know, oh, your stuff is good, but it just sounds real rehearsed. And I didn't want to be like, yeah, it sucked. Like, I didn't want-
They'll never be.
that I don't want to be
They'll do it to-
nasty like
Right.
that.
But yeah, so Don's a real professional running the show too, man. It's like bam, bam, bam. You know?
Yeah.
So
And he has Sally with him, and she
Sally
is
runs
just
the board.
amazing
I
on
love
that
Sally.
board. It's like
Yep.
watching a conductor.
Yeah.
I was watching her the
Yep.
whole time, and she's just fantastic on that.
And Tony Walker was on one of the shows I was on.
He was the one, the very first one.
Yeah, he was on that show, yeah.
And he's like, "How do we judge? Like, what with numbers? What do we use?" Because it was the very first show. Nobody knew what was going
Right.
on with anything, and I was proud to be one of the guinea pigs on the first show.
I think the reason why it
I
worked
had
so
no
good.
idea it was going to be 2 hours long. I had no
well,
idea.
For you, it was a tough 2 hours, right?
Yeah,
Right. So because you were
I thought it'd be like an hour and it would be like a talk show kind of.
right.
And then there were these rounds. Like they didn't tell me anything about it really ahead of time.
Well,
Which
you
is good in a
did
way.
all right. You won.
I know. So
We're still in
I'm
it.
happy about it.
There's
You must have held
4
up.
contestants left.
She won on her own. I've been paying Gagoots off for years. So that's why I've been.
You don't got any money.
I don't. I'm broke as.
What I was going to say
So
was
broke.
that he has a very likable
Frank.
support cast, helping him out.
Yes, yes.
Everybody is nice, and
Yeah.
it works great. It's a great job.
It was.
So I went home and I got myself one of those erase boards so I could practice writing numbers faster.
Yeah, there
So
you
I'm,
go.
I'm not fast enough. I'm not fast enough writing numbers.
you
man.
were funny because you took the board, and because my routine is kind of rated R, and he didn't know my routine. He goes at the beginning, Bonnie. When I first saw Bonnie, and he showed like a normal face, and then he goes in at the end of the routine, and then he drew this picture, this face with this like crazy look. He's like, that's where your routine went.
Then she started saying the C word, right? Because she does that a lot.
Yeah.
I did say the C word.
Did you? I was kidding.
Not in my routine. I said I used to say that in my routine. And John Alvaro, who does the open mic with me, we run the mic. He's like, I love that you say that. And then Tony goes, I would have taken a point off if you had said that.
Yeah.
Because that offends a lot of women.
A lot of
And I'm like,
clubs.
well,
Don't
too
you wanna
bad.
hear-
I'm talking about my mother-in-law.
You wanna
It's
hear-
my mother-in-law.
you
I can
wanna
call
hear-
her what I want.
You want to hear what the C word does?
What?
Jay Leno was banned from this club in the 80s because he said the C word on stage at Covenant.
That's why
Really?
you don't say
Yep.
the C word?
It's not. It's one of the words you're not supposed to say on
I
stage.
didn't know that.
You're not. There's certain
Nobody
words.
tells you this stuff.
There's certain words you don't say on stage. The C word is one of them.
Yeah.
You know.
The N word's
You
not
split
good.
yourself right off the bat, right?
Yeah.
Half the room's not
Unless
gonna
you
like
unless you
Yeah.
happen to be a black, I think it's okay. But if you're not, then you wouldn't.
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
And
not
you
good
should-
if you
you
say
should
the
shy
N-word.
away
Yeah,
from
I'm
it.
definitely not going
You can't
to.
go
Don't
up there
worry.
and say the N word.
I have no reason to. So.
Actually, go ahead, do it. I want to see what happens. No,
I
don't
will
do
not.
it.
No.
Hey,
We
Jeff.
want everyone to live.
Jeff was one of the people I versed, and really he won by a point and 1.5. But the poll pushed me over. All my Trump supporters, thank you, Trump supporters, pushed me over the poll.
Why is it? Why wouldn't it be your fans? Why would it have to be Trump supporters?
I
What
looked
is
at the
it?
names.
Bonnie
Mandy showed me
supporters.
how you could look, and I saw all the people who voted against me too.
Bastards.
And
Yeah, it wasn't
Bernie support.
anonymous.
it was not anonymous.
They should feel the burn when they pee.
But in Don Sill's defense, that's how you could tell how many people actually voted. It wasn't just numbers.
Oh, yeah, it was
Literally,
names.
you had to
But
say,
I
this
wonder
is
if
who
the-
I'm putting my money on.
I wonder if the people, when they voted, knew that you and I can see who voted against us.
Probably not.
I was like, ooh, that motherfucker.
Now,
Yeah.
if
No,
it
yeah, Tom
gets,
Crescenzo, who
if-
thinks he's going to be
Yeah.
hosting and he's not.
if it comes
He
down,
didn't vote against me. But
if it comes down to you two,
You voted against me, fucker.
to you two at the end, if it comes down to you two at the end, and
Bonnie
I
said
pillow
she's gonna-
fight.
Bonnie said she's going to let me win.
and I have
no, we're
to,
going to have a blower fight.
and I
Let's get the voters.
and I have to vote on the poll.
Just don't vote.
What
There
do I?
is no
there's
poll
no
anymore.
poll.
There's no poll anymore.
When you get to the last rounds, there's no poll.
Oh,
It was
I
cute.
was-
You and
I was
Hugh
hoping I could have
Murray-
got like gifts.
You and Hugh Murray and Terry all voted for me like in a row. And I was like, oh, what are they like together?
Yes, we were.
Should we all vote on
We were like,
Mandy?
all right, let's vote for this bitch so she shuts up about it.
Some of
She
the-
stops fucking private messaging me. Fucking vote.
I mean, I understand because Jeff is such a sweet guy that a lot of the younger
Jeff Bossy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bossy.
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 The big
A lot of the
Bossy.
younger
Good guy, man.
comics voted for him.
Jeff's
So
a
I
good
get
guy.
that, but
He
like
decorates his whole
George
everybody
house.
Gal met me one time. He voted for me.
I
and
like
those
Jeff.
young people. I go to all those mics like over and over again. They voted against me.
Yeah. So.
The first time I met Jeff,
are just
he
jealous.
bought me a Jack and Coke, but Bonnie bought me 2 bottles of bourbon, so I had to vote for
Thank you, Tony.
Jeff,
2 good bottles of bourbon.
he decorates his house for Christmas like the Christmas vacation.
like the Griswolds,
Griswolds?
yeah,
yeah.
he like goes
Jeff
berserk.
does?
That's what he told me, yeah.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
He was like going live all
So
of
I liked him right
December.
away because
Jeff, I'll
that's
come over to your house on
that's
Christmas.
me.
Is it?
I was the first guy to get the blow up turkey.
Oh yeah,
Way
yeah.
back, man.
Way back in the
yeah,
day.
I was the
started
idiot.
the
Where's his
fucking.
house?
Nice. When I was a kid, we used to shoot BB guns at. So
Well, I think mine got hit a few
I'm
times.
kidding.
I got
No,
scotch
that's
tape all over
terrible.
the damn thing.
That's my wife is the same way. Like I'm washing the dishes from Thanksgiving dinner, and she's outside putting the Christmas lights on. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Christmas.
We got the hearts
And
in
you
the
can
window right
see
now.
it from space. There's so many fucking lights on a goddamn.
I love
you guys-
that.
I love
I'm
you,
Jewish, and I
Karen.
love that.
I love it.
I love like riding down the street and looking at all the Christmas lights.
Yeah, because it's not on your electric
You
bill.
remember the
That's
one-
why you like looking.
I got
There was a
3
house
kids,
in
man.
Levittown that was all done up, had tremendous amount of lights, and the house next door just had a sign, ditto.
Oh,
Ah, that's hilarious.
was that real?
Yeah,
I remember.
Coachman.
I remember seeing that on
No,
a
that was
picture
real.
online. That was real.
He doesn't live there anymore because they haven't done it in a few years.
Ah,
The
that's
town
funny
killed
as
him.
hell.
The townspeople
With an
killed
arrow,
him.
right?
Yeah.
There was a guy in North Babylon when I was a kid. He used to do the house up, and you would go like you could walk through his yard. There was and all they did was they asked for donations because they were raising money
For the light bill.
for the light bill. No,
light bill, that's good.
for St. Jude's. They were using it to raise money for St.
They
Jude.
weren't fucking
Yeah,
donating any money.
I went to
That's
some place
horrible.
that did their house up really big, and they donated the money to autism, and they would like give you hot cocoa,
that's
and
nice.
they had a pretend Santa there.
Oh, the real Santa wasn't there.
Real Santa couldn't make it.
The
He
real
was,
Santa was big.
he was at Jeff Bosey's house.
Right, Jeff takes care of
Santa was
Santa.
just
I used to-
McDonald's son.
Back in like I guess it was like '84. I was Santa Claus at Burger King. I used to work at Burger King in East Meadow. Yeah,
Nice.
And I was the only one who would wear the Santa suit. You know, I don't know why I brought that up.
'Cause
But I
there
was
was-
Santa
All
Claus.
right.
I actually. This is a weird. You got time for weird stories?
Yeah,
It's
we
a
got
minute
3
long.
minutes.
Got
Yeah,
3
3
minutes. Got to
minutes.
make it quick.
I'll make it quick. I worked at Burger King in East Meadow, and I had a great job there. I know the boss Teresa didn't like me, so one day I went to work. I used to work after school, so it was like 4:30 in the afternoon. She's like, "You got to go in the dumpster and scrape the dumpster." She gave me a scraper. Something smells inside the dumpster.
Oh my God! I worked at Burger King too. They didn't have an empty
Yeah.
He's only got 3 minutes.
And back then it was a payphone, so I called my dad, and he's like, just get the hell out of there, you know. So I took off the uniform, the Burger King uniform, and I threw it at her.
Nice.
And I realized I'm standing there in my underwear.
Ah!
But this ties into the Santa Claus because I had the Santa Claus pants in my car. So I went out, put the Santa suit on, and I left. The weird part of this twist is I went to see the Yankees play the Boston Red Sox in Boston. And I was going down the escalator. And,
not me.
and this is 83, I think it was. And it was Teresa going up. Yeah.
Wow.
It was definitely her 'cause I said Teresa. She turned around. She's looking at me like this. I was so tempted.
Did you give it a bird?
I was tempted to throw my pants at her, but
Again.
but after all those years, and it was her, man. It was the same exact face,
Yeah.
but obviously older.
Yeah.
But,
Just
no,
crabby as hell.
no. I did want to throw my pants at
Go
her.
scrape the dumpster.
Scrape the inside of the
That's
dumpster.
insane.
Isn't that crazy?
That is, you can't make
abusive.
somebody
I mean,
do that.
that
Like,
job
the
is
inside.
hard enough.
Well,
God.
no, I think it was just more or less the woman didn't like me.
Yeah.
I was too happy of a kid.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
laughing
yeah.
and joking
She's
all
trying
the
to
time.
break your spirit.
Yeah. So, something smells in the dumpster. So she
well,
wanted
if somebody pisses you
Everything
off.
smells in
Everything
the dumpster.
smells in the dumpster.
Like when I was like in my when I was actually going to college, I was an assistant manager for Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
And guy pissed me off, and I was like, "Go clean the dumpster." I gave him a can. I didn't make him go inside, but I made him wipe the outside of the dumpster.
Right.
Because he pissed me off.
I think that there was a serial number in the dumpster too. She goes, while you're in there was a serial number. She wanted me to get the serial
Get
number.
the hell out!
I'm not kidding. She wanted me to scrape and see if I could find the serial number. Obviously, looking back at it today, she was messing with me. I was like, how old was I? 15, 16 years old, whatever I was.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's.
Oh, it's Dennis.
Dennis,
Sorry,
man,
Dennis.
1
We're
minute.
done, buddy. We only got 1
We have
minute.
1 more minute.
So she couldn't fire.
Sorry,
She couldn't
Dennis.
fire me, but she made me go dumpster diving. But
What a bitch.
anyway,
Jesus
Karma will
Christ.
get her.
I haven't been in Burger King since.
Good for that. All right.
I dropped 50 pounds.
Yeah, do you want to plug in?
You got any websites or anything you wanna plug?
You can look up Joey Petroni, DJ Joey Petroni. It's right on Joey Petroni's site. It's it's one of those links off to the side. You can look up Enterprise Recycle. If you have any bottles and cans, I'll come pick them up. My buddy Pat. Patrick's a great guy. We do the right thing for the environment. He's really into taking care of the environment. So it's Enterprise Recycle. You could call my DJ number, 516-445-3924. Make an appointment. I'll come pick them up, and we'll recycle your cans and bottles. Don't throw them out.
And don't forget about Ray,
Pretzels.
the pretzels. If you're interested, you go to the Tri-County Flea Market. And where is it in the flea market? When you
The
first
main door as soon as you walk in.
The
As soon
main
as you
door,
walk in the
as soon
main
as
door,
you-
he's
Just follow
right
the
there.
smell of pretzels.
Follow the smell of the beautiful pretzel. Joe, thank you for coming in.
And tell
Ray,
us that
thank you
website
so
one more
much.
time.
Thank you.
Thank
The
you, Tony.
website?
What's your website? Into the mic. What's your website? Hurry up.
Not KNOT, not of this world pretzels.
Not of this
.com.
world, guys.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you all
Thank
so
you,
much for
guys.
watching.
Thank you
Keep
for
supporting
feeding
the
us.
show. Share,
Share,
like,
follow.
the whole follow thing. Next week, who's here next week?
I forgot.
You stay tuned. We'll tell you next.
Lodges, we'll tell you. Fantastic. We're so unprepared.
Peace
Thanks,
out.
guys. We'll see you next week.
I don't know
Peace.
what the date
So
is.
long.